Right here, Coach Barber, sit here. Aaron, you sit here, and down here, Jermaine, you sit. Okay. What's your step when you're coming up? I don't think there's a step on that. Yeah, there's a step. There's a step. Coach, when you talk, be sure to talk in the mic, guys. It'll swivel for you. You just make any opening comments. We've got Coach Darryl Barber, Midfield High School, in the state championship game again.
Well, I tell you what, it feels good to be back. We didn't make it last year, so our goal from the beginning of the season, the springtime, was to get back to the Final Four and try to win it all.
You want to make any statement about the game tonight?
I tell you what, if we don't improve on free throws, we're going to be in trouble. I don't think we ever shot it that bad, but we take pride in our defense and pressuring the basketball, so we knew as long as we defended, we would be in the game, but we had to do a better job of shooting free throws.
Okay, question for coach or players?
Coach, your free throws, everybody talks about that, and I'm sure you'll work on it. But I think turnovers, you just mentioned, I think you had a 10 or 12 turnover gap for most of the game. Yeah. What was causing that? What'd you create there?
After watching those guys on film, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, we knew if we applied pressure to them, they would turn the ball over. We don't believe, because of our schedule and the teams we play, that a lot of teams see the type of pressure that we do night in and night out. So we know if we defend, and we wanted to mix up the defense, on ball, man-to-man, full-court pressure. We just wanted to give them different looks.
Coach, how glad are you that the state can see how well Aaron shoots the basketball on a big stage?
You know what, Mr. Centel, I'm glad you asked that of all people. I'm finally glad that the state can see how well Jermaine Turner can play point guard. Nobody can stay in front of him one-on-one. I believe I have the best shooter in the state right here to the right, and I'm glad that they have a chance to showcase it since we don't get much coverage over there in midfield.
Other questions?
Coach, what do you see as a turning point? I think it's like 27-27, and then you guys just blow their doors a little bit.
Again, just applying pressure and continuing to do what we do best, get out in transition and just apply pressure to the basketball and get the shots that we normally take. And we told the guys, we're just going to, a lot of people may look at Aaron and say, why is he shooting those balls? But we've been doing it for 31 games, and they fall. So we just want to get back to doing what we normally do.
Yeah. Hey guys, you know it's a big win, and it's a good win when I want to ask you this question. What do you think about what Coach wore tonight, man? Did he break out his, playoff game?
I thought it was spiffy. My coach always fresh.
Y'all wear those socks, he can wear that suit.
Amen.
That's what our tradition, them crazy socks.
Yeah.
Anybody, the basketball today, what did you see your team? What did you see your team was better and had a matchup advantage?
Well, my the senior post player Al, they couldn't really stop him down there because they really didn't have big men. And all I had to do was just attack it, dish to him, stay on Aaron's side because they were not hipping off him because he's a great shooter. So if I just get deep as I can, finish, or dumb it down to Al.
What about Barber County? They've been in the state finals now. This is, I think, the 7th time since 2001.
Yeah, most definitely. They were 2A, right, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, and we watched them play. They're big, they're athletic. But, again, if you all know me, we worried about midfield. You all ranked us number 1. Before Madison Academy failed, we always looked at ourselves as number 2 or 3. We don't get caught up in that, so it doesn't matter who we play. We'll be ready to play. You can best believe we're going to shoot free throws all night and all morning.
Coach, rate how this team played tonight compared to what it's done all season and what it's capable of. Is it B game tonight?
They'll say I'm hard on them. My assistant coaches get on me a lot. C-. I don't think we played – this is no disrespect to Sachs. I just don't think we played well, but I think we knew if we defensively we did we had to do, we could stay in the game, and we pride ourselves on that, but we must improve. C-, C+. I'm never happy.
Coach, one more thought about Barber. What's one thing your team will have to really lock in on to be able to beat them?
We feel like the bigs that they have don't get up and down as well. We're going to try to get in transition, and we're going to mix some defenses up. We know that he's a great coach, and personally, we don't. From what we saw, they're not very deep, and we're going to try to exploit that and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I also feel that I don't have one man that's number 30. That's all I feel. I feel that I don't have any shooters, but just garbage players.
Did you have a cramp? Tell me what happened there late.
Contesting number 2 shot. He hit about 5 threes today, so I was trying to get up high on my shot, and boom, there it went.
Okay, well, listen, Coach, and welcome to the finals, and we wanted to welcome the 4 tops over here tonight. Glad y'all joined us.
Yeah, and he only made 2 threes. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Like, Coach, I was so nervous, Coach. When I came out, bro, I was so nervous.
You got one guy believes in you.
Yeah, both there.
I was so nervous.
Wow. My first time.
I ain't play me like that.
will sit in the middle. We've got Darian down here. We've got, I think you see, Devin up here. Devin, you sit here. And Darian right here. And then Coach, you make any comments you want to make to start with him. Okay. Congratulations on the 9 years. Seems like y'all been, I know for you particularly, and these guys, they've been practicing since about last August.
They've done a great job.
Okay, Coach Jonathan Miller, Sachs High School.
Well, I thought, obviously getting in foul trouble hurt us a little bit, with their size. They were in a little foul trouble too, and we weren't able to capitalize. When our size was out, their size was out. We couldn't get into a situation where our big guys were in and we could take, a whole lot of advantage of it. But we also missed a lot of shots, and that's a testament. A lot of that credit goes to midfield. They change defenses all the time and did a really good job with that. They make it tough on you to score, good physical team. And we also missed some shots we normally make. That's part of it too. Sometimes that happens in basketball. You look real good when you make shots, and sometimes when you don't make shots, you don't look real good. So that's just part of it.
Coach, I want to ask you one question. All these guys want to ask something. How much time did y'all have from the time you left the semifinals in football to go to basketball? 30 minutes?
It seemed like it. I think we came in, I guess it was December at that point. We gave a Monday off and practiced Tuesday and played the next Monday. So we've been going pretty much nonstop.
Considering you had 13 turnovers the first half, the foul troubles and the shooting and everything, you were still down by 1 point. How'd you feel about it at that point?
Really, I felt pretty good at halftime with the situation, we were in. Of course, with the foul trouble and that kind of thing. I thought, there at the second quarter, they made a little run to close the half. I thought was key. We had a chance there to go into the half with maybe a 3 or 4 point lead, and they made that little run right there at the end of the half. I thought that was a big part, big close for them to the second quarter. But at halftime, we were feeling okay. I thought if we could limit our turnovers in the second half, we'd have a good shot to win.
Coach, you came out in the third quarter. Devin hit the 3 to tie it 27-27, and then they just went on a 9-0 run. What changed at that point?
Well, they're so good at changing their defenses and confusing you, and sometimes they'll give a look and look like they're in man, and then they'll go trap and that kind of stuff. And they're long and athletic too, and that always helps. When you're long and athletic in basketball, that's definitely a good thing, and that gives offenses trouble. Going against real long and athletic players.
It looked like Turner and specifically hurt you during that stretch, and then the dribble drive. Just talk about the difficulties defending him.
Well, we knew going in that he was very good off the dribble. He's quick, likes to get in the lane. So we knew about him going in. We just didn't do a good job, stopping him there in the third quarter. I thought in the second half he was the difference in the game, pretty much.
Coach, you mentioned the change in the defense. Is it what they're doing or how they're doing it that's more important?
Well, it's a little of both. It's their players. I think their players know what they're doing. They know how to play. I think that's a big part of it. Sometimes with kids it's tough to change defenses. Almost every trip down the floor, but their kids are very basketball smart, and they know what they're doing out on the floor, and they know how to play. So that was a big difference in the game.
Darian, can you just talk about trying to get some confidence going in the shooting when they were changing defenses like that?
It was a hard time finding my shot because they was always trapping, so I couldn't find it.
Coach mentioned Turner knowing coming into the game he was a guy to kind of try to contain, but did it catch you off guard that Gaines was more the guy in the first half before Turner kind of took over?
Well, they have really 3 very good offensive players. The Murray kid, number 1, number 3, Gaines, and number 12, Turner, all good offensive players. So we knew those were the guys we're going to have to stop. Sometimes one thing that'll probably go unnoticed, when you get in foul trouble a little bit, some of your starters got to stay out there on the floor a long time. You know, we usually only play 8, and, you know, when you're guarding a quick guy repeatedly and he's going to the basket, you know, we may have worn down a little bit in the second half.
Coach, how many defenses did you see them employ today?
Well, you know, you got to take into account sometimes they do it half court, sometimes it's 3/4, sometimes it's full court. So just mixing it all in there, you know, they'll probably give you, you know, 8 or 9 different looks if you take into account the different places they pick you up on the floor.
One more question.
Question for Devin or Darian. You know, your coach prepares you well. You have a good game plan coming in, or you wouldn't be here. How are they maybe better than the scouting report and in different areas on the floor tonight?
Well, they were good players and all, but we just couldn't maintain number 12, so everything, I don't know.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, Coach, congratulations on a great season. I know y'all want to rest sometime.
Yeah.
Baseball starts.
That's right. That's right.